guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Alexis and the Piggies, and today I'm going to be doing kind of my morning routine. I've done a bit of it already, and I kind of just want to show you guys what I do. So the first thing that I do is obviously give my guinea pigs their vegetables. I waited for them to kind of chomp on them, so they were a little bit eating them before I started recording, because sometimes they end up running away a little bit when I'm recording when they're eating in the morning, because they're barely just waking up. But I did feed them some red peppers, cucumbers, apples, carrots, and kale, and they have finished most of it up. I put it in their 3 lettuce bowls, and they left behind the apples and the cucumbers, which they normally come by later on to get them. Normally they make sure they eat the kale first, and the peppers, because those are their 2 favorites. But next, after I do that and I wait for them to kind of get more filled up with their vegetables before I give my next thing to them, which is grass mixed with hay. I just started this not too long ago, giving my guinea pigs grass. I really don't take my guinea pigs outside because of it being so cold, and I don't want them freezing their little patooties off. So I bring grass to them, and I don't give them straight up just grass. I mix it in with their hay, so they get their hay and grass. So their grass and hay is inside that container right there. I'll show you guys the grass that I do put in there so you guys can see, and the hay that I use. But that is actually a homemade dispenser for them. And Charlie's actually chomping on it now, and Charlie didn't want to chomp on it before, because he knows he wants to hurry up and eat his vegetables before that. Puffy hasn't gone over there yet, but I had to pump right when I put it in there. Pumpkin went straight to and mostly ate most of it. But besides that, when I do that, I'll clean the cage in a bit, which I will kind of show you guys the before and after, and maybe show you guys how I do it. But I'll show you guys the grass real quick that it looks like when I have the hay and it. So this is the grass. It has KT Timothy hay inside of it, and has just normal green grass. I make sure the grass is not sprayed with any kind of chemicals. I actually, we have a park, not a park, but we have this like big huge lawn thing that everybody goes to have fun, and they don't spray any kind of chemicals on it. It's just everybody kind of all puts in together to make sure it looks nice. So I just go there, and everybody knows I go there just to get grass. And then when I get the grass, I put it in a big huge box, and then I mix it up with all the hay inside of it, and then put it back into this little container. And this container probably lasts me about a day or 2. So because the grass, when it sits still for a while, it's going to start going bad. So I just go there and trim back more, because it's a lot of grass. So the reason I got so much, because it looks like a lot, but I got very little of grass, and because I put the hay in it, the hay takes even more room, so it looks like there's like a super duper big amount. But before I even put the hay in, there was like right there, so the hay just makes it more puffier. But yeah, so that's what else I give them. I recommend giving them, because especially in the winter, my piggies aren't going to go outside, and I'm not going to take them outside until it's a bit warmer. And grass is one of the big huge things that guinea pigs got when they were, wild animals. So actually both chomping on it now. But grass is something that they kind of lived with. So I started this not too long ago, because I started growing my own grass, because I'm always used to going and go and like trim the grass, where I wanted to kind of grow it myself. So I did start to, and I did let them chomp on it a little bit to see if they like it, and they like it a lot, so that's good. And it's starting to grow now, and then when it's like keeps growing, then I'll start trimming it. But I just started growing. That's actually made for a grass treat, so that's why I have it there, and I have it next to my bed, so I make sure I water it every time I see it. And I thought it might die, because I'm not really good at growing things, so that's why I kind of just let it be its thing. So once when I do that, I kind of give the guinea pigs a minute to kind of, get their bellies all filled up with the cool stuff that's in their cage. So right now all of them are practically done with the vegetables. So most of the time with the vegetables, I'll end up keeping them. Besides like apples, because apples get bad. But the cucumbers don't get that bad, so I might just keep those. But besides that, I'm going to throw everything away. Or sometimes I put it in a dish and then they end up eating it later, but they seem to be very occupied with their grass, so I'm not going to put that back in. But I'm actually going to take that out real quick, and then I'm going to show you guys, and I'm going to wait a little longer before I do start cleaning their cage, because they're still in the mix of eating their grass. So I'll see you guys when I get back to when they're done eating their grass. Okay guys, so I've actually taken out the vegetable bowl, as well as I taken out all 3 guinea pigs because it is cleaning time. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm going to do for all of 3 of these bins for the litter box, I'm going to be throwing out all of this bedding because it is bad, and I'll put it inside of this bag. Now these 3 are all empty of bedding, but under these I have a big huge mess, so I'm actually going to vacuum that up real quick with my vacuum, which I'm using, if you guys have seen my last video, my handheld one. So I vacuumed it all up. Now I'm going to add my All Living Things paper bedding to it. Okay, so now these are all filled up, so now I'm going to add hay into the thing, which is fairly still full. I'm just going to add enough just to equal it out, and then some will be left at the corners right here, kind of to bring them in to them. And I use the KT all natural Timothy hay to put in their hay racks. Now they have their hay racks done and kind of their bathroom area finished and all clean. Now I'm going to fill up their water bottles, which I will show you guys what it looks like now. This one's about halfway, so I'm probably just going to move it up a little more, and this one's super duper low. So let me go ahead and fill those up real quick. So I just finished filling up the water bottles, which you guys can tell are way more filled. I use normal like water bottles like this because I don't like using sink water. So that's what I use to fill these up, and right now they drip for a little bit just because they're, you know, getting used to it. Now I'm going to remove most of these things out the way so I can vacuum the bottom of it, and then I'll show you guys how I put things back in. So I have removed everything. Oh, I forgot a bowl. But I have removed everything from the cage, and now it's just left with some grass and hay and paper bedding from over there, and then just bits and pieces everywhere. So I'm going to vacuum this up, as well as I use a towel to go under their hidey houses because they do end up pooping and peeing while they're in the their little hidey huts and stuff like that. So I will be vacuuming as well over here. I change the towels about every 5 days. I kind of do 3 days on the top layer, and then I flip it and use the other side, so I save towels, and so I have time to wash the other ones. But yes, I'm going to vacuum up this real quick, and then I'll show you guys kind of how I'm going to set this all back up. So I have vacuumed all of this up, so now I'm going to be replacing some things back, as well as putting the things that were already there before. So sorry if I'm like jigging back and forth. I'm going to be picking up things and putting them in to show you guys how I set it up. I did not want to cut off this part because I feel like this is important. I do end up taking things out and replacing them with different things, so there's something new in their cage for them to always have. So that's why I switched some things out, and they're not big, huge, dramatic things. They're just small things here and there. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm going to grab is their mat. Their mat will always go under their grass because it ends up catching any other grass and super easier to pick up, as well as it will catch their hay, which is inside the grass. So I'll just set that down right there. Next, I will grab their tunnel. Now, I'm not going to be replacing this tunnel with a different tunnel because they have always had this in their cage for a while. So I'm actually going to be grabbing a bendable tunnel and putting that in instead, so something new for them to have. They have not had this in their cage for a very long time, so something new for them to have in their cage. This goes against this wall because it pushes up against it, and so it's just another place to have it. So I'll end up putting that about right there, as this Snack Shack log was about there as well. Next, I will be grabbing a couple other toys. So I'm actually just going to lay them down here, and I'll pick them up and move them just because I'm trying to grab them at the moment. So I have a lot of toys that I use. So I'm actually going to be taking some toys out and replacing some toys. So these are the two new toys I'm going to be putting in that I'm going to be replacing this jingly ball, this jingly ball with, and the hamburger chew. I'm going to be replacing this and this for these two. I do that so they have cool new toys inside. So this will always stay inside. They're actually about done with this one, so I actually have to put another one in soon. But this I just kind of just set down for them to have anywhere. And then this goes always right there. This can go right there. Now I like having them right there, so we could put those two right there. That right there. And this can go right there, and this one will come all the way over here. So that's how I set it up, the toys part. Now, next I have their big huge willow ball. This gets kicked around everywhere. I mean everywhere. So I literally just sit it down in the middle and I'll end up going somewhere and hiding somewhere, and then I'll end up moving it up again. So that one I really could care less where it could be at because they end up kicking it around anyway. Next, they have just a wood chew that I just kind of thrown in as well. Now I'm actually have a cuddle cup that I need to put in, but I'm going to clean it out and vacuum it first before I put it in. So give me 1 second. So now I have put it in their cuddle cup, and I've put a blanket inside there because they end up going there and pooping and peeing in it. So I just put it in there just to kind of keep the pee to kind of not get the cuddle cup too dirty before I have to stick it inside. So now I put their bowls in with their food. So I have some excess vegetables that were from their vegetable, and I put this about right here. This I'll end up taking out later. It's just some extra vegetables from their food. Now I'm going to grab their pellet bowl and put that back over here so they can eat that. Now I'm going to put back their hidey house, which I need to grab 1 second. I'm going to put that back here. Then I always put something super cute for the boys, and a little teddy elephant on top. And that will just sit right on top of there. Now I will add some treats I've made, homemade treats, and I'll hide them throughout the cage so they can kind of forage and find them. So I just put them anywhere. This just makes it a bit fun for my guinea pigs to look around and find things. Now that is it for the cleaning wise. But one last thing I have to do for cleaning is I vacuum out their hidey house, which is right here that I've sewn and made. It is my first hidey house, so please do not judge. But it has some poops inside there because they end up sleeping in there and pooping. So I will vacuum that out, and then I'll show you guys the cage after it has been finished. So I finished vacuuming in the inside of their hidey hut, and now it has no more poops inside. So this is my morning routine for the piggies. Now I will put the piggies back in so you guys can see them real quick before I end up leaving. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and again, I do this about every morning. That was kind of my normal spot clean besides the litter box part. That litter box part was I had to change those out anyway because those were a bit dirty. But I'm going to put the piggies back in, and I'll see you guys again. So thank you guys so much for watching. Here's Charlie, Pumpkin, and then Puffy is actually inside the hidey hut, and I'll show you guys. There he is. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time in the next video. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe and comment if you guys want, anything for me to do. My birthday is actually coming up this Tuesday, so January 27th, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I'll try my best to record something on Wednesday, but I did want to do kind of a bit of a little special video, and yeah, and I'm also just super excited for it, and I'm actually looking forward to something that's happening. I hope that, but I'm not going to get too much of my hopes up. But yeah, so I'm super excited, and I will be trying to do something special. It might be maybe Thursday because I'll be kind of with my family. But I hope everybody has an awesome day, and I hope your guinea pigs are amazing. I'll see you guys next time in the next video. Bye, and make sure you guys do like, subscribe, and comment. And yeah, bye.